Shabbat Shalom, call halal, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Bahashem Akakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops, including us, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word and truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I want that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,001 third, the hopeful elect of Israel, on the belly Yahshua 1. In this left, and remember your training. Stay focused and remember your training. All right? Stay focused. What is the definition? To stay focused means to concentrate on one task at a time, giving that task 100% of your attention, and crucially, not allowing yourself to be distracted by anything else. What is the one thing that we're one task at a time that we're concentrating on? That would be salvation. Okay? Putting first the kingdom, right? To get to the kingdom, you got to be saved. You got to get that salvation. All right? That's what we should be focused on. All right? And how do we achieve the kingdom? Through salvation, meaning that you have to endure until the end, right? Now, where we go with this? Let's go here. We know that these guys are here. Okay, are they not? Let's go. Start at 28, 2 Ezra 15, 28. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots. And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Okay, so there you got the Arabs, right? Here you got the Carmanians, who are the Persians, who are the Iranians. But the thing about this is a lot of them have the same religion, right? I believe a lot of them are Sunnis, right? So that brings them together even further, is that religion, okay? Which I'm about to show even further. Okay, also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. The Assyrians in this case is the land of America, right? And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then shall these be troubled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrian back to America shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them, and in their host shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. So some action is going to go down right here in Babylon the Great. And when they say that, action from the enemy, right? Who's the enemy? Over here. The dragons, the wild boars, and all them that are turning themselves. Who's that? Sunni against Shiite. They're throwing that out the window to come together and conspire together. See that? And it's going to reach over here. Okay? So let's take a look at that. All right? One day ago on Fox News, 8 ISIS linked suspects arrested in major sting operation. They're calling this a sleeper cell and using all of this, language for errors and ists, right? The language is strong. What is this? They're saying that, what are they saying? Azerbaijan or Tajikistan or one of the stands. I believe they even go into it and show us. Yeah, right here. So they go into the stands. Let's watch this because these Sleeper cells. You're gonna have to get that. Let's get sleeper cell. Stay focused. Let's get sleeper cell. Right. What is the sleeper cell? Secretive group of spies or terrorists, agents that remain inactive within a target population until ordered to act. So you're waiting for your orders, right? You're a group or an individual waiting, right? Waiting for your orders, okay? A clandestine cell system is a method for terrorists to make it harder for police, military, or other hostile groups to catch them. Okay? And that's what they're calling this. It says, a cell whose members work undercover in an area until sent into action. So that's what they're calling this situation. So let's take a look at this. This is yesterday.
Biden returns to the world stage today, leaving for the G7 summit in Italy in about 2 hours.
Well, ISIS-linked terror suspects were just arrested in 3 of America's our country across our southern border. Lucas Tomlinson is live with the breaking details. Lucas, what do we know?
Well, good morning, Carly and Todd. Not only did those 8 terror suspects enter the United States illegally through the southern border, they apparently received, quote, full vetting, according to our own Bill Maluzhin. The suspects are from Tajikistan, the landlocked country in Central Asia. It borders Afghanistan to the south and China to the east.
Now, what religion are they? See? They're in cahoots with the dragons of Arabia. Why do they call themselves ISIS? ISIS-K, huh? Yeah. So they're joined together. They're in cahoots. Okay.
The main suspects in the terrorist attack on the concert hall in Moscow that killed 145 people back in March were also from Tajikistan. The FBI and DHS said in a statement to Fox, quote, the individuals arrested are detained in ICE custody pending removal proceedings. As the FBI and DHS have recently described in public and partner bulletins, the U.S. has been in a heightened threat environment. The FBI and DHS will continue working around the clock with our partners to identify, investigate, and disrupt potential threats to national security. The suspected terrorists were arrested in Los Angeles and across the country in New York and Philadelphia in recent days. According to the New York Post, who broke the story, quote, part of the investigation featured a wiretap which revealed one of the now arrested individuals was talking about bombs. Remember the Boston Marathon bombing? I'm afraid.
The Tsarnaev brothers, which were from the same area. Remember that? Joker, Tsarnaev.
Something like that might happen again or worse. FBI Director Christopher Wray warned lawmakers back in April about what he described as the increased threat of a, quote, coordinated attack inside the U.S. after the Moscow massacre. And of course, again, remember the suspects in that attack were also from Tajikistan, guys.
All right, Lucas Tomlinson live for us. Lucas, thank you. Let's bring in former Trump National Security aide John Elliott to talk about this very concerning story. And John, one of the most concerning things about this is that these 8 people who were just arrested, they weren't gotaways. They received full vetting by CBP. Nothing was flagged, so they were well.
That tells you right now that they were brought in. Okay. So add it up, right? You gotta stay lucid in these things because there are 2 major operations going on. One is called Absolute Greed and one is called the NWO. So, and they're both involved in the same thing. So, you know, on some Boris and Natasha shit at the very time.
Into our country. Given the millions of other people who were treated the very same way, where does that leave us?
Well, you're absolutely right, Carly. It's a disaster here.
And this slimy guy right here, he's just going to stir it all up. Well, we can't seem to catch them. They're here. We brought them in, and we've been doing the same thing for years. And it's so slimy and backwards. It's all to confuse you. It's all designed to confuse you because nobody is giving you a straight answer. And, you know, the whole thing is a setup when you get right down to it.
One of these aid actually use the app. They have an app with your phone where you can actually go in and get pre-vetted. And so we're now having terrorists use the app to get into our country.
You hear this? It's just bad. Okay. See, and Esau's sitting here laughing and smiling, looking like a bad Ronald Reagan impression. It's just bad. You don't know what to think of, right? You're like, what the fuck kind of theater is this? What do I believe? Well, never trust your enemy. We're going to get into.
So, look, this is something where it's absolutely, this is an open border and the terrorists know it. And so whether it's the ISIS-K guys.
You hear this? And the terrorists know it, and we're just letting them through just to confuse you. I'm like, you guys are just pathetic. So, what is the lesson? I'm going to just cut to the chase. The lesson is, okay, stay focused and remember your training. Okay? Stay focused. We went in on stay focused, right? Let's see. Stay focused. To concentrate on one task at a time. What is that task? Your salvation. Okay? What are you trying to do? What is the goal? Goal is Matthew 24, 13. Is it 13? But here's your goal. But the one who perseveres till the end will be saved. There it is. Where is salvation? Right. Saved. He that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? So, we are and let's put it into practical application. Right? Here's your training. These are the top 3. Here's your training. Let's start here. Show yourselves men. Right? Look. Remember this. This is your training. Okay? Remember this. This is your training from the top. Be a good soldier. A good soldier. Right? I'm going to have to go in and get it. Huh? So, Lakia, bear with me. And then you got to go do it. Right? After you proclaim it, then you got to go do it. You got to go look it up. Join me. Okay? So your training, what matters is that it's in you and you call it up. That's the knowledge and wisdom, right? Is going to guide you through the valley of the shadow of death. All right? 2 Timothy 2 and 3, endure suffering with me as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. Let's go here real quick. Right here, King James, 2 Timothy 2 and 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. So remember your training. What is your training? Endure hardness. Get ready. Endure. There's endure again. You gotta fight. All right? More. Let's get more. Let's get this. This is your training. Remember your training. Okay? 40. Oh, my people. 2nd Ezra 16 and 40. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. This is your training. Okay? If you walk in this fashion, you're going to be fine. All right? Sirach. All right? These are the top ones. All right? You should be writing these down in the top manual. Okay? Remember your training. This is a big one. 12 and 10. And I've been going, for the last few days. This lesson is about your training. Know you not about your training. 12 and 10. Never, this is second, Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy. For like as I earth so is his wickedness. And then you go down. But this is huge. Okay, how do you make it through Jacob's trouble? How do you walk through the valley of the shadow of death? You never fucking trust, Okay, so in order to never trust your enemy, you have to identify your enemy. Okay, this is your training. Know who your enemy is if you're never going to trust him, right? Psalm 83. And get your, identify your enemy. All right, you're on the damn battlefield, man. Right, with your weapon at the ready. Okay. Here we are. Here's the hit list right here. Just jump straight to the tents of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarim. Trust about your enemies. Okay, and you gotta know these things, right? In order to, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you gotta know who your damn enemy is, and that he's out to snare you. Okay? This is how you get through this shit. All right? Never trust your enemy, right? Well, who's my enemy? Well, you're training. Here's where we are. Okay? Jacob's trouble. How do you make it through Jacob's trouble? Stay focused and remember your training. All right? Never trust your enemy, right? We're going to get one more. We're going to get one of the biggest things that's going to get you through Jacob's trouble. Okay? Agree? And I've been saying I got to, right here. This, right? It doesn't remember your training. Agree with thine adversary quickly. What's are in the way with him, lest he deliver thee. That would be the police officer. How do you make it through Jacob's trouble? You stay. So with that, we hope that the elect are edified. You brothers and sisters, Shabbat Shalom.